Hey guys, I'm Dan and welcome back to the Basement Dino Dungeon. So today we will be doing Giga versus Mosa. Check this out guys, we have some brand new Giganotosaurus figures right here. We'll be doing some unboxing and check them out. My entire collection of Mosasaurus versus Giganotosaurus figures. Okay, so let's go guys, let's go. Okay guys, so let's begin our Giga versus Mosasaurus collection. So let's go. The first figure, let's take a look at this brand new Funko Pop gigantic Giganotosaurus figure. This is actually much larger than the usual Funko Pop figures that you can find out there. I was lucky enough to get hold of one. Okay, so let's do the unboxing. I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna keep the box, so I have to be like super careful not to damage the box because I want to display this in its box for sure. Okay, so let's get this out. Hopefully we can get the entire figure out without destroying the box. Okay, so let's try this. All right, I'm not like a super, not really like an expert of Funko Pop figures, so yeah, I'm quite noob when it comes to unboxing Funko Pop figures, but seems like it's pretty easy to get this out. So let's check this out guys. Wow, let's get this out from the box. Hopefully I don't destroy the packaging because I still want to keep this. Alright, let's get the base out as well. Wow, okay, it's easily done. Wow, this is a huge figure guys. I mean, check this out. I think the head is actually as big as the super colossal Giganotosaurus right behind. Okay, so this is basically the brand new gigantic Funko Pop Giganotosaurus. It looks amazing. Let me see whether there's any articulation on this figure. It comes with a huge base, as you guys can see. Okay, this figure looks really beautiful. You can see some battle scars on the body, the huge neurospine bones. The tail, it's kind of like soft. The arms, it seems to be separated from its body, as you guys can see. It's like being stick onto it, but you can't move it, so there's no articulation. The scaling are done very nicely as well, as you guys can see. Plenty of different layers. The teeth are nicely painted. Some of you can see some flaws, but overall it looks fantastic. Wow, this figure is fantastic. It's actually very different from the usual Funko Pop figures because this actually comes with a base which is not like a transparent plastic, so it looks really nice. Okay, so I'm going to be putting all the Gigas right over here. As you guys can see, this is a really nice one. Okay, the next figure, let me show you guys the latest ocean protector. Okay, let me show you guys. Okay, this is actually the latest one that we have just actually just opened yesterday. We have just unboxed yesterday. Let's have a close look at this. All right, let's have a close-up look at this really beautiful Mosasaurus that was opened yesterday. So this is basically the ocean protector, which is like made up of some of recycled plastic. So you guys can actually scan this in the Effects app. There's plenty of like articulation on this figure. The tail can be moved, there's plenty of articulation. Looks really beautiful. It's actually quite similar, almost identical to the previous Mosasaurus figure. Let me show you guys the other ocean protector. Okay, so this is basically the other ocean protector. If you ask me, I think they are like identical. I think they're almost like exactly the same. The paintwork is more or less the same. The tail is more or less the same, except that it doesn't have that little DNA code, the slide out drawer DNA code. It doesn't have that. Otherwise, it is more or less the same. Okay, let me put this. I'm not too sure whether you have enough space to put all three Mosasaurus. Hopefully we do. Okay, the next figure, let me show you guys another relatively new Giga. So I've actually opened this one as well, but I think some of you guys may not have seen this yet. So let's have a look at this basic figure. This is actually like a 6-inch basic figure of a Giga. I think it looks really good. We just got this figure like recently as well. So we also have the Therizinosaurus, which we will open on Saturday, I guess. Okay, beautiful one. As you guys can see, plenty of articulation. You can actually move the legs, but of course there's no movements on the jaw, which is a kind of pity. You can actually rotate the tail, so that's pretty good. The arms can be moved as well. The mouth can't be open. Okay, so this is basically like a mini Giga. So you guys can see we have quite a number of Gigas right now. Okay, let's move on. Another new Giga, I would say, is this one. This is actually the Lego Giga, which I think it's pretty good, except for the head that they have actually used the Indominus Rex head. I feel they could have used a new one, and the fingers they should use, you know, the one from the Indominus Rex instead of the T-Rex, because Giga has 3 fingers, not 2 fingers. Okay, let's move on and take a look at another Mosasaurus. I think another new Mosasaurus figure is actually this one right here. It's a okay, it's not exactly like new because back in 2018 there was actually like a figure of this, which is the exact same one from a 15-pack mini dinosaur set. So this sculpt actually existed a couple of years back. So they actually used the same sculpt and repainted this. Yeah, but it still looks very good. The new paint scheme is definitely way better. You can see like more shades of blue. The eyes are painted in lime green. So yeah, it's definitely way better than the previous one for sure. Okay, moving on to another Giga. Let's see whether we have more Gigas to show you guys. Yes, we definitely have one. The metallic green Giganotosaurus from the new collection of the Toy Monster Captive X. I think this is a brilliant figure. But if you ask me honestly, I actually like the normal version more. I mean, take a look at this. I think this looks really good. This is the giant. I mean, the Giganotosaurus is actually known as the giant softened lizard. I mean, you guys should know it by now. Yeah, it's a brilliant figure. Check this out. Looks so awesome. You can't move the jaw, but you can actually move the tail, and it's able to stand. I think it's able to stand pretty well. Yeah, kind of decent. Yeah, but you know, I think the attention of today's video is actually this gigantic, you know, Funko Pop Giga. Okay, moving on to more Mosasaurus figure. Let me show you guys. Yes, another one right here. This is actually another new Mosasaurus minifigure from the Toy Monster Captive X, Dominion Edition. Very beautiful. Let me place them like neatly over here. Okay, let me show you guys the previous version. This is actually the one from the Clash edition. So you can see these two, they are using the exact same sculpt, but just with a different paint scheme. Yeah, I feel the new paint scheme is definitely way better. It's like darker in colors. I love it. It's definitely like more realistic looking. Okay, let's move on to another Giga figure. I'm gonna show you guys all the Jurassic World Gigas first. Okay, this is actually our Mattel minifigure Giga from the blind box. Really beautiful figure. I think majority of you guys will be trying to get hold of this figure instead of other dinosaurs, if I'm not wrong, right? Okay, let's move on to our next Mosasaurus figure. I'm gonna show you guys all the Mattel related Mosa first. How about this one? This is actually from the Toy Monster Zoom Riders. So I assume there should be a new one. There should be a new one from for the Dominion edition. Yeah, I think you can actually expect that to happen. Okay, all right. So let's move on to another Giga. Let me see whether there are more Dominion Gigas. Yes, our final one at the moment. There are actually more Gigas right now. There is this sound slashing Giganotosaurus and also the strike and roar. But we don't have those two yet. I can't wait to receive them, especially the strike and roar. So this is actually the Gujitsu Giga. I think it's a pretty nice one as well. Really beautiful one. You can actually put this right here, but it can't stand at all. So you have to lean it against like another dinosaur. Okay, let's move on to a Mosasaurus figure. Mosasaurus. Okay, I think the rest, more or less, you guys have seen it before in our past video. We do have one which I really like. This is actually like a super mini statuette. Statuettes are basically like mini statues, and yeah, this one really looks like one. Really beautiful. Put this right over here. Okay, let's move on back to a Giga. Do we have more Gigas from Jurassic World? I don't think so. I think these are all the Gigas that we have so far from Jurassic World. I mean, I may have missed out one or two, but in case that you guys can let me know which one have we actually missed out. Let me know down below, okay? Alright, let's move on to Gigas from other brands. I really love this Giga. This is actually a what do you call this? A figure without any brand. It is basically inspired and sculpted after an encyclopedia called Book of Dinosaurs from DK. Yeah, I really love this figure a lot. I think this is my most favorite figure from the entire set. Yeah, so I really love this a lot. I'm gonna put this right over here. And let's move on back to Mosasaurus. Mosasaurus, we still have plenty of Mosasaurus. Let me show you guys a classic looking 2015 Mosasaurus. This is actually from Hasbro. I call this the battle damage Mosasaurus. I'm not going to push this because this little mechanism is actually quite faulty, so I don't want to damage it further. Okay, let's move on back. Okay, let me show you guys the real feel Mosasaurus, guys. I mean, how many of you guys have forgotten about this figure? The first gigantic... Oh, I need to clean this portion. It's a little bit dirty. Let me get a piece of wet tissue to clean it together. Okay, let's go. Okay, I am back with the figure and also back with a piece of wet tissue because I really want to clean this off. This paint. This paint is actually coming from the Mosasaurus that we repainted, the level 40 Mosasaurus. I think it's coming off right now, as you guys can see, slowly coming off. There's still a little bit left. Yeah, hopefully we can get rid of it, like, after we are done with this video. Yeah, but right now it's feeling much better. Okay, there's a bit over here as well. Okay, so this is our real feel Mosasaurus. Let me see whether I'm able to put it right over here. Let's see whether we are able to do this. Yeah, I mean, I can put it right there, but it's not looking really nice. I guess we have to adjust them later on to make like a nice thumbnail. Okay, moving back to Giga. Another great Giganotosaurus figure. What is this? This is actually a Giga from Safari Ltd. I think this is a very, very beautiful figure that comes with a very realistic looking base. Okay, Giganotosaurus, as you guys can see, has 3 fingers. It is a dinosaur which is extremely strong and powerful. I think it should be able to defeat a T-Rex. I'm not too sure, but I don't want to see the T-Rex being beaten in the movie. What about you guys? Do you guys want to see like T-Rex win a Giga? I want you guys to let me know down below, okay? Next up, let's move on to, another Mosasaurus figure that I really love as well. What is this? This is actually the Nanmu Studio Tube Mosasaurus. What do I mean by tube then? So this is actually made of hollow plastic material, as you guys can hear. So it looks like a pipe, you see. So the internal part is like a pipe. It's hollow. But I think this is like one of the best Mosasaurus figures you can find out there, okay? But speaking of the best Mosasaurus, okay, it's not in this video yet. I'm gonna show you guys close to the end of the video, okay? So make sure you watch the entire video. Let's move on back to Giga. Okay, we have plenty of really, really awesome and realistic figures of Giga, of the giant southern lizard. This one is actually from PNSO, which is a company that actually produce like statues and figurines for museums. So this one is I think it's a slightly more accurate version of a Giga. It actually comes with a base, but I didn't bring the base because it is quite a hassle to bring every figure with the base to make this video. So it's pretty much impossible for me to do so. Okay, stop talking then, show us the next Mosasaurus figure. Yes, the next one is actually another one that I really like. This is actually from a Japanese brand called Favorite Co. So Favorite Co, they actually produce quite a number of really nice mini figures of dinosaurs, and this is Mosasaurus. I love this. It actually comes with a stand. Okay, so it looks really beautiful. Okay, let me see whether I'm able to put it right here. Yeah, there you go. Nicely done. Moving back to Giga. Let me show you guys another one that I also really like. I mean, there isn't a lot of Giga figures in my collection, so I love almost every single figure. I mean, I love all figure, not almost all figures. This one is a pretty cool figure. You know, this side actually spots a healthy eye, where the other side actually spots a blind eye. You can see it has been damaged. There's a scar across the eye right over here, so probably damaged by and injured by another dinosaur, another carnivorous dinosaur. It could be another Giga, or it could be another predator. Yeah, it's a very nice one. Okay, let's move on back to Mosasaurus. Okay, another one which is a top class Mosasaurus figure is actually this one from PNSO. It is made of a material which I feel it's very solid and feels very, very expensive. I mean, not expensive. Expensive shouldn't be the word to describe this. It's made from a high quality material. Yeah, and you can see it spots a shiny sheen on its skin that actually resembles the skin or the scales of a fish. You know, which is shiny at times. Very, very beautiful. Let's try to find a space to fit in this Mozar right here. Looking very good. I love it. I really love doing all this collection for videos for you guys. I think many of you guys love it as well. Let's move on back to Gigar. Definitely one of the best, if not the best, Giga figure in my entire collection. Yeah, definitely one of the best. This is the one from Nanmu Studio. There are actually two of them, but I've only brought one because there isn't much space for us to like talk through every single one. So yeah, this is the giant southern lizard, beautiful brown color version. There's actually a blue colored version, or should I say purple colored version. But yeah, very, very beautiful. Love this so much. Okay, moving back to Mosasaurus. We have this figure. It's really weird because I've kind of liked it as well. I like it quite a lot, but at the same time, it's like not one of those really accurate or really well detailed or high quality Mosasaurus out there. It's a soft and puffy toy, I would say, but it's a very, very well made figure, I must say. I love this. It's actually from Recur, one of our very good friends. Okay, let's move on back to Gigar. More Gigar, another one, probably the best in my collection. If not, it is at least in a top 3 for sure. This is the Vitae Gigar. I think what I really like about this figure is that the level of detailing and the paint scheme is just pretty incredible. But I think the spikes can definitely be longer, so that is something that they should improve on. Yeah, it comes with a base, but of course I didn't bring the base because there are just way too many Gigars. It's slowly to expand. It's not like a super huge collection or what. Okay, let's move on. Let's take a look at another Mosasaurus. Looks like I've actually have more Giganotosaurus versus Mosasaurus. Okay, so this is a Collecte classic looking Mosasaurus figure, beautiful figure. Let me put this right over here. Looks really fantastic. Let's move on back to Gigar. We have one. Let me show you guys the one that I like more. Okay, this one is actually the Peppo Gigar. I know that this pose is really weird, but I think when it comes to the detailing, it is a fantastic figure. Moving on to Mosasaurus, our second, okay, not second last. We still have a couple of more Mosasaurus. This is actually a figure from Schleich, one of the very cartoonish looking Mosasaurus, I must say, but not entirely a bad one. It's a pretty nice one as well. Okay, let's move on to Gigar. We have another one from Schleich, which is quite a nice one. This is actually a juvenile Giganotosaurus, which is a young Gigar. I've actually the adult version of this one as well, so let me quickly show you guys. Where is it? Okay, right here. Yeah, just 1 second. This is actually the adult version of this. You can see the patterns on the body are actually the same, even for the detailing on the face, but this one looks really weird. I feel this is like way better for sure. So this is a Giganotosaurus from Schleich. We have two more, okay, two more from Schleich. But let's take a look at this. We have another Mosasaurus figure. This is actually like a unofficial figure. It has no particular brand. There's not much quality control over this. But what I like about this is that the color schemes is actually pretty cool. I mean, it has a bit of blue, orange, and red. So yeah, it's a nice figure, definitely. Okay, moving on. Another Giga from Schleich. Check this out. This is another one. Okay, this was actually my very first Giganotosaurus figure. Yeah, the very first one. Let's move on to Mosasaurus. I think, yeah, we do have a couple of minifigures before we can actually end the Mosa versus Giga collection. This is actually one from Takara Tomy. It's a beauty for sure. This one is really, really beautiful. I love this a lot. A minifigure of it. Let me put this. I'm trying to squeeze it in right over here. Yeah, it's a really beautiful one. Okay, let's move on to another Giga. Right here, I think this one is actually from Bully Land, if I'm not wrong. Definitely when it comes to the face, it looks a little bit weird. But yeah, I mean, thumbs up for them for creating a Giga figure. Because Giga wasn't, that popular back then. Okay, moving on to Mosasaurus. We are left with just the Snap Squads. So far we have 3 Snap Squad figures of the Mosa. Check this out. This is the attitude, but I don't really see an expression when it comes to this Mosasaurus. But I love the paint scheme. But my most favorite one has to be this metallic Mosa. Mosasaurus is actually known as the lizard of the Muse River, if you guys do not know. Okay, and this is our very first Mosasaurus Snap Squad figure. It's a pretty normal one with all the basic features and functions. Okay, so I think this is the end of the Mosasaurus collection, but I think we still have one or two more Gigas to show you guys. Another one. This is actually another Giga Schleich figure. I'm not a huge fan of this. I mean, to be really honest, I don't like the ridges around the face. I don't like this portion where there seems to be like, what do you even call this? Like, beehive? I'm not too sure. It just looks weird to me. Okay? And our last Giga figure of the day. I'm not too sure whether I've already shown you guys this, but yeah, I think this one is our last one. Pretty decent one, I must say. Okay? From Mojo Font. Not the best looking, not the most accurate looking, but I think it is a good effort. Yeah, so this actually marks the end of our Mosasaurus versus Giga collection. I think you guys are still waiting for my best Mosasaurus collection, right? I mean my best Mosasaurus figure. Oh, it's actually this one. Yeah, this gigantic Mosasaurus Prime 1 Studio. It's actually very, very heavy. It's like about 60 kilograms when it comes to the entire figure. Yeah, it's a very nice figure. I really love it. This is my best Mosasaurus figure. Okay. Oh, I've actually missed out another Mosasaurus figure. This one is actually from Imagine Next. And speaking of Imagine Next, I've actually got hold of the Imagine Next Giganotosaurus figure, which should be arriving in 1 or 2 weeks time. So I'm really looking forward to it. On Saturday, we will be reviewing some of the Funko Pop figures. We have some right over here as well to be opened up. So I'm pretty excited about Saturday's video. So I want you guys to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Saturday for the next video, okay? Thanks and goodbye.